this past week on my Wild Woman Immersion program, which is a program that brings you back home to who you truly are. This is what happens when we claim our wild woman. We find the truth of who we are. And there's so many things that involve connecting and going inwards, especially having the good girl be on board with allowing the wild woman to come out. Let's not fool ourselves. We think that the good girl is, oh my god, she doesn't know anything, she's just, oh my god, she's doing everything for everybody. No, she's actually super smart, and she holds the power mostly in fear. This is why she needs her wild woman. This is something that we started working on our Wild Woman Immersion program. We are on our week 3 of the program, and we just launched module 2, which is all about you, all about me, all about the woman who's going through the journey. One of those things, one of those practices that I share, I'm going to share that with you today, because I feel like we're so disconnected as women. We get so caught up in the head, whether you're looking for your soulmate, whether you're looking to grow your business, to start your business, to know your purpose, any of that. We do it from the head. But when we're doing that, we're missing an immense potential. If you're not connected with your body, which is one of the things that we explored on module 2, and the body is one of the pillars, the 4 pillars, one of them of the wild woman, one of the pillars of the wild woman. So what happens is that it's like the tip of the iceberg. We're missing this immense potential. And I gave the women in the program these practices. I'm going to share one with you today. And these practices allows us to tune in with our wild woman, okay? To connect with our body, to start getting to know, build a relationship with our body, because sometimes we make decisions from the head and we think we're right. Because we think, but we're not feeling. When I talk about the wild woman, I talk about accessing the knowing without knowing. And the journey is to, because this is where the good girl resides, although it's not her home. Her home is the heart. But she's so used to being in survival, looking at, where the other shoe is gonna drop, what she needs to be safe, to be loved, and to belong, that she forgets how to connect and how to listen to her truth, which is the wild woman. And this whole Wild Woman Immersion program in particular is the program that allows women to go through that journey and keep connecting with the wild woman. Accessing the wild woman is the key to our feminine power, okay? So usually what the good girl needs, it's a journal to put the ideas, to set the intentions, and that supports the good girl greatly. So that's what I did before doing this practice. Set my intention in my journal. Now, the biggest thing now that we need to connect with is the body. So I am actually going to put a beautiful song that I love, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, what needs to happen right now. And pretty much is the practice of connecting with the body. It's like any relationship. This weekend when we were tangoing, it's just that giving and receiving, and you need to tune in with your partner. Well, this is you with you, okay? And so now you have to be patient. When you're starting a relationship, you must be open and not so like, no, this is not how you do it, like I usually used to do with Rob, my husband, when we're dancing tango, is you want to be like open. Oh, okay, all right, this felt good, this didn't feel good. This is not the time to judge or criticize ourselves. This doesn't even have to look like what I'm gonna be doing. And of course, I am going to be doing whatever I feel like in the moment, which tomorrow it can change. That's the energy of the wild woman. It's like the seasons. It's always constant movement and changing. And the good girl freaks out about that because she needs to have that certainty. And the wild woman, it's all about the moment, the flow, the currents, they change, the winds change direction constantly. That's the energy. And the good girl needs to get used to that energy of ever shifting, ever changing of the wild woman. This is why we're doing this practice today, to help the good girl embody. A woman, an embodied woman is an empowered woman. That's what I was sharing with the women in the module. So we did many practices. I share that with them, many different practices for all the different pillars, but I want to show at least one of them, which is one of the ones that really, it's like the basic step. Honestly, it's like when you're doing tango, there's a basic step, and from there you can build on everything else. This is what we're going to be doing right now. Okay, so bear with me. This song is really long, but I'm going to shorten it a little bit. I just want to show you that what I'm pretty much going to be doing is I'm going to tune in with my body. I'm going to focus on my breath. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm not going to care what anybody else thinks. I am going to come within, come home within to my body, and allow myself to feel the impulse, which is, again, if we're in our head, it's really hard, but if you're following yourself, if you're following the instinct, the impulse, you're going to, the body's going to start moving. So I'm not moving my body. I am listening to the impulse of what my body wants to do. If you're not a dancer, if you're not, I'm not even a dancer, I'm a dancer at heart, I'm not certified. But if you are, if you're not a dancer, don't worry. This is just practice. And the more you continue to practice and the consistency of it will allow you to have a deeper connection. I've been doing this for years, so this is my practice, but don't compare yourself. Just start somewhere. It doesn't matter. Just start where you are, accept where you are, receive where you are, and then move forward. Okay? All right. So, what you just experienced is pretty much the movement and the energy of the wild woman connecting with my sensuality and my sexuality and savoring life, savoring the moment. These are practices that the good girl needs so much in order for her to get out of her head, come back to her heart and into her body. So I really look forward to sharing more of these practices soon. I trust you loved it. Send me a message below. I love to know. Mwah.